Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Men of Yoshiwara Kikuya, or Gyakuten Yoshiwara. We are now doing Iroha's regular ending and his extras. So I've already found my place, and here is his the last chapter, Stay With Me in Kikuya.
Go back safely.
He said so very gently, like he was reluctant to part from me. Iroha-san's hand caressed my cheek. Normally this would make me happy, but today this made me so sad.
Misao, what are you hiding from me?
Huh? Nothing. I'm not hiding anything. I shook my head left to right many times. I felt that what I just did seemed so fake.
It's something that you can't tell me, isn't it?
He lowered his almond-shaped eyes. Have I hurt him? But...
What are you guys doing here at the entrance? I can't watch this anymore. Tokiwa, I don't remember giving you permission to go outside. Oh, don't get mad. Being free and wild is Tokiwa-sama's specialty, so please don't get mad at me. I'm trying to tell you the reason why this little lady is acting strange now.
Tokiwa-san, stop it!
What do you mean? Why do you know the reason, Tokiwa?
Iroha-san's expression instantly turned severe.
It's surprising that a manager like you would get so into this lady.
He knows this much already. I felt terribly uneasy.
Well, you see, I heard that this lady is trying to bring a husband into her family. Is this true, Misao?
With my head down, his questioning voice rang out above me. Tears came into my eyes. Just for a moment, I looked up at Iroha-san's face, and then I ran out of Kikuya. Misao, you seem like you haven't been sleeping these days. You should go to bed early tonight. I weakly nodded to my mother's words. In the end, I couldn't do anything. Tomorrow will be the day. I'm supposed to meet the guy who will be my husband. Iroha-san, I wonder what he's doing now. Perhaps he's doing his job as a manager as usual. Maybe he's mad at me because I just disappeared, without saying anything. I have to forget him. I told myself that many times, and I shook my head and tried to slip into bed. Just then,
I came for you.
I sprung up out of bed and looked at the sliding door, but no one was there.
I'm here beside you.
When I looked back to where the voice was coming from Iroha-san. Iroha-san was sitting on the window frame. Not believing my own eyes, I was at a loss for words. I stood up slowly. Is this an illusion? I whispered this as if I were asking myself.
Would it be better if it were an illusion?
Iroha-san smiled a little. No.
Misao, be quiet.
I approached the window frame and Iroha-san gently sealed my lips with his fingers.
If they notice I'm here, myself and your warehouse will have a lot of trouble.
This is real. The person before my eyes is the one that I love.
I came here for you.
Iroha-san, how can his words make me so happy? I want to cling to his chest and cry out loud. So badly. But... No, I can't. My mother will get worried.
So you mean that you're okay to sleep with a man who you don't even know?
No, I'm not okay. Please don't say that. If I think about it, I feel like I'll go crazy. I especially didn't want you to know that, Iroha-san.
But now that I know that, I'll have to... even if I have to take you away.
Iroha-san acted quicker than I could react. Iroha-san covered my mouth with his hand and put his arms around my body. What's happening? While still being confused, Iroha-san carried me and jumped down from the window. Slowly, he put me down on the ground like he was handling something fragile.
In the middle of the night, and to take you away like this. I'm sorry.
No, I'm really surprised that you jumped down from up there.
A height like that isn't a problem for me.
You must be used to it.
It's because I had to train my body to catch gentlemen of the night who tried to escape.
I see. Our conversation stopped. I should have said something more.
Are you mad at me?
Well, As I hesitated to speak, Iroha-san grabbed my shoulder strongly.
You can think of me as a cold and cruel man, but I won't hand you over to anyone else. Misao. I start to go crazy whenever I imagine you sleeping with another man.
Iroha-san, I definitely would feel the same way. You're the only one that I want to sleep with. Now and forever, I'll always feel that way. Our passionate gazes tangled with each other. I wanted him so much. We both wanted each other like this, and we devoured each other's lips and tangled our tongues together. All my heart's emotions were in my kiss.
Misao, you're mine, all mine. I'm the first person to taste your lips, and I'm the one who taught you to tangle your tongue and kiss like this.
Iroha-san. The words escaping from Iroha-san's mouth embarrassed me.
Will another man taste this?
I don't need words anymore. Words are useless now. I licked his lips with the tip of my tongue. Iroha-san laughed a little and held my tongue in his mouth. Though it should have been a small action, my entire body became enveloped with a sweet numbness.
You'd become a good kisser before I could even realize it.
Because I've been in a trance today. My desire to connect with you is stronger than my embarrassment.
Me too, Misao.
Iroha-san's lips kissed me on my neck as if to urge me on. I can't stop worrying when I think about what's going to happen in the future. Iroha-san, what should I do to be with you?
I can't abandon Kikuya.
Yes.
So, can you stay with me in Kikuya?
What? Iroha-san's words made my thoughts stop.
It's okay to think of me as a selfish guy. I'll do anything to keep you with me. Because of that, I'm sorry. This is the only thing I can think of.
Why are you apologizing? He seemed to be surprised by my words and opened his eyes wide. But that was only for a moment. His eyes then quietly made a happy smile.
Is it okay to think this means you will be with me?
Yes. I clung onto Iroha-san's chest and held him tightly. We held each other, to the point that our bodies would melt into each other, ever so tightly. A few weeks later...
Misao, today is the courtesan's procession. Please prepare an outfit for that.
Yes.
You'll adorn me with a special outfit, right?
I left my house and was allowed to stay in Kikuya as Iroha-san's helper.
What's with all the racket early in the morning? Can't you be a little more quiet?
Welcome back, Kagura. Would you like to take a bath or have breakfast? Kagura usually wakes up earlier than anyone else, and he goes out if he doesn't have a client.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Yes.
I'm not your husband, so don't ask me like we're a couple.
Okay.
That's right. It'll be too much trouble if Iroha-san gets jealous because of that.
Takeo laughed out loud. But...
Alright, I'm going to rest for a little bit. In my room.
Feeling Iroha-san's sharp gaze, Takeo left hastily. Kagura-san passed in front of me and faced Iroha.
Iroha-san, what happened with that thing I talked to you about before? Are you talking about Kagero?
If he's talking about Kagero, then that means... As I started to think about it... Eee! Someone suddenly pulled my arm from behind, making me almost fall over. When I looked back, Tokiwa was there with an annoyed look on his face. Tokiwa! You're always doing that! Stop pulling me so suddenly!
Haven't I told you again and again? Please, persuade the manager to end my training.
Even though you asked me to do that, I don't know what to do about it.
Hey, you are such a cold lady.
Every day is like this. It's very busy. So much so that I don't have time to feel lonely. This is the path I chose. I'm really happy that I chose to be next to Iroha-san. Thank you for your hard work, Iroha-san. I poured sake into a cup and thanked him for today's hard work. He downed the sake all at once, and then he sighed with a sweet aroma coming from his mouth.
It's something special to finish work with a drink. Misao, won't you drink?
You know I'm not good with sake. I'll have tea with my meal.
You haven't grown up at all since coming here.
He put his cup on top of the tray and elegantly walked over to me.
I think that I'll teach you a long-needed lesson.
I quickly understood what he was trying to say. My heart started to beat quickly. He poured sake into a cup and took it into his mouth. Then, Iroha-san, He lifted my chin up, and then he went on to press his lips onto mine in such a way as to cover them entirely. Ugh! I swallowed every bit of sake that he poured from his mouth into mine. When I drank the last drop of sake, he narrowed his eyes with joy and finished his kiss. The depths of my throat became hot from the sake.
Now get used to sake.
As he said that, he gently hugged my shoulders. I don't need to get used to it.
Because I'm here to take care of you like this.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Iroha-san suddenly brought his face in close to my bosom. His hair turned white, and it was clear that he wanted me.
Your heart is beating so intensely. Do you want me to ask why?
You're turning into an ogre too, aren't you?
Because I'm happy that you're next to me. I'm unbearably happy now.
Iroha-san began loosening my belt. Though I'm used to this action, I still can't help but get excited.
Misao, no matter how long it's been, it seems like you don't get used to anything. Misao, do you like it when I take off your clothes?
I nodded once. Iroha-san, your fingers, I like them a lot. His white, slender, and long fingers looked like they were preparing to touch my body. So, him taking off my clothes was enough to make me feel happy.
For you to say something so adorable. You really are a bad girl.
I cocked my head to one side, and he caressed my lips with his fingers.
That makes me want to tease you.
Oh, you're so mean.
I know. Teasing you is interesting. But more than anything, I want you, Misao.
Iroha-san.
Let's stay here forever.
Yes. In Kikuya, where we met, in the shadows of the Gentlemen of the Night, Iroha and I saw our dream again today. A long dream that we will never awake from. Just the two of us, forever and ever. For the Gentlemen of the Night who were lost to love, and for the future of the Gentlemen of the Night who will live on from now. That's Iroha's regular happy ending. So now we have his two endings, we'll go on to his sequel. Sequel, The Quarrel. Uh-oh, we're gonna have a fight? I woke up a little later than usual today. Why are you doing it so slowly, Iroha?
I'm doing this precisely and quickly.
When their glances met, they snored at each other, and each looked in the opposite direction. I have no idea what's happening between them. Good morning.
Good morning, Misao. Did you sleep well?
He's normal. Yes, I feel refreshed. I guess it was just my imagination.
I wish that you would take care of me like that.
Yeah, there really is something strange happening. What could have happened? Okay, so it's Misao's mother and him having a quarrel. The two of you are acting sort of different from your usual selves.
Huh?
You don't need to worry about that. Eat your breakfast.
No, Misao, you should have breakfast outside today.
What? Their ghastly glares prevented me from continuing my sentence. Misao is my daughter, isn't she? She's been eating in since she was young. She shouldn't care about that.
No, I care about that.
So what? A man shouldn't care about such small things. Wait a minute. Why are you guys fighting with each other?
Well, you see...
Iroha-san spoke vaguely. Continuing after him, my mother explained the reason. It's because Iroha-san said he doesn't like an ingredient in my miso soup. I told him to eat because it's nutritious. But he won't listen. Oh, that's such a small thing.
Well, the ingredient in your miso soup isn't even food.
You're not a child. I'll start making it every day.
What? How can you be so cruel?
Is it that mortifying for you? Well, you have to eat everything then. He formed his hands into a fist and shook them furiously next to his waist. This does not sound like Iroha at all. This is really weird. What is the ingredient that he hates so much? I think it's okay to ask him later. Well, in any case, they like each other enough to argue about a trivial thing like this. If I think about it like that, it doesn't seem like there's a problem. It's nutritious, so if you eat it, your bean sprout body... your bean sprout-like body will become more manly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to read that again. It's new. Oh, man. Oh, okay. It's nutritious, so if you eat it, your bean sprout-like body will become more manly. Did you just say I'm like a bean sprout? I can't get over it. Did you just say I'm like a bean sprout? This is the first time that anyone has said something so rude to me.
Iroha-san?
It's fine.
Iroha-san! He turned around and went into the house, and I rushed after him. What are you doing getting your things out? When I came into the room, there were clothes scattered about. They were all Iroha-san's clothes.
I can't stay in this house anymore.
What? It's just an argument.
I used to be a gentleman of the night in Kikuya. I have my pride as a manager. But she threatened me with eating the vegetables that I hate and said that I was like a bean sprout.
Oh, so that's the vegetable that he hates.
Misao.
Yes, what is it?
I'm leaving this house.
Huh?
Of course you'll come with me, right?
Huh? What are you talking about?
We should start our life just the two of us. From the beginning, it's a good idea, isn't it?
He put out his hand. But there's no way I can make a decision that easily. Perhaps feeling annoyed by my hesitation, he quickly retracted his hand.
So that's how it is. Misao, you're going to take your mother's side, are you?
Huh? Oh, no, it's not like that.
It's fine. It's been short, but thank you. For everything.
Oh, God, he's being childish now. We've switched places. He sat on his knees politely, and with his hands on his knees and faced towards me, he bowed. Then he ran out of the house carrying his luggage. Since he didn't turn into an ogre, I guess he wasn't too angry. More than being angry, I felt like he might be sulking. So I imagined that he would come back sometime in the evening. I can't believe he hasn't come back yet. Just leave him alone. He'll come back sooner or later. Though my mother said something like that, she's also been nervous for a little while now. Maybe I should try and get him.
Do you have any idea where he could go?
Yeah, I think he might be at that place. I told my mother where I was going and then headed there.
Oh, it's you. You got here just in time.
So Iroha-san did come here.
Yeah, he came. We're no match against him, so we don't know what to do with him. Come in, I'll bring you to him.
I nodded and followed Tokiwa. When I entered the room, there was a man sitting on the window frame, gazing outside. Iroha-san.
You're quite late.
It looks like there is some happiness somewhere in his face. We thought you would come back, Iroha-san. So we were waiting for you. Shall we go back before it gets too late?
No, I'm not going back.
But you're going to create the shop some problems.
I've already paid for the day, so I'm not giving them any real problems.
What a childish excuse.
Do you have a moment?
Just as I came to let out a sigh, Kagura-san came to me. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I wanted to talk to him about tonight, so I left. So I left Iroha-san in the room and followed Kagura-san.
Iroha-san won't budge if he's like that.
Yeah, I think so. So... Sorry for the inconvenience, but can I stay for one night?
Yes, it's better that you do. I've already got permission from the manager. Iroha-san has already paid enough, so you don't need to worry about it.
Thank you. I thanked Kagura-san and went back to the room. That aroma that you can only experience in Kikuya, and the thick, fluffy beds. I missed everything about Kikuya, to be honest. I was excited. It's been a long time since we've stayed in Kikuya like this, hasn't it? I snuggled up next to Iroha-san's body like a cat. He then put out his arms and hugged me.
You seem really happy.
I am happy. I thought that we'd never come back to Kikuya.
So I guess there was some benefit to running away.
Would you like to drink some sake? Something to eat? I tried to stand up and separate myself from his body, but he held me strongly, so tightly that I couldn't escape.
I don't need anything in particular. I just want to be with you like this.
Aren't you hungry?
I'm fine. I ate right after I came to Kikuya.
May I ask you what vegetable was it that you hate?
I didn't say that I hate it. I said that it's unfit as an ingredient in miso soup.
Doesn't that mean you hate it? Oh, I see. That's what it was. He noticed that I was trying to stifle my laughter. So he turned his gaze outside the window, in annoyance. But right after that, he directed his face back to me.
But it's strange, isn't it?
What do you mean? It's as if he's trying to evade the situation. Iroha-san started to kiss me gently above my eyelids, on my lips, ears, and everywhere else. Every time he did, it tickled a little, and felt pleasant. And this made me twist my body about. Please, tell me what you mean.
I used to think that this place was my home, and now it feels like I'm staying in an inn.
There was something that seemed sad in his face. He must want to go home. I think he wants to go home. Let's go back home together tomorrow, okay?
Yes, I think that after one night, feelings will calm down on both sides.
Yes.
But
that house is for Mother, Iroha-san, and I. It's our house.
and making up with your mother is a different story.
Well, you really are stubborn.
I don't want you to say that about me, Misao.
Perhaps trying to hide his embarrassment, Iroha-san pushed my body over.
Misao, if you really insist on me going back home with you, I may consider it.
I do insist. Our family should live together.
Well, all right.
Iroha-san nodded at the same time and turned into an ogre. When I tried to put my arms around Iroha-san's neck, he stopped moving. What happened?
No, I just think that I do look like a sprout with this form.
He thinks he looks like a bean sprout, and he's a demon. Because he's white? You really are concerned about what my mother said, aren't you?
Well, yes, a little. So, do you think I look like a bean sprout?
He said that so seriously that it made me want to laugh. But I tried to hold it and put my arms around his neck. Then I whispered into his ear, "No, you don't look like one. You look like a beautiful ogre."
I believe your words, Misao.
He put his arms around my back and put his hands inside my clothes from behind. His fingers stimulated my body, and before I could nod in agreement, my body trembled. We spent the night together at Kikuya like this. I calmed down the obstinate Iroha-san, and now we were going home. It feels a bit strange that we're going back home together.
Absolutely. Oh?
Iroha-san's feet stopped, and then I also stopped. Looking at the destination of his glance, my mother was standing there. "Mother, what are you doing here so early in the morning?" I ran up to her and saw that she looked sleepy. "I was worried about my runaway son-in-law and my daughter who ran after him." Iroha-san held his chest and looked down to the ground.
Were you waiting all night like this?
"Don't be ridiculous. I heard that you were in Kikuya, so I came outside around the time that you would come back." Iroha-san still has a regrettable look on his face, but I guess it's only natural since he doesn't know what it's like to have a family. "Iroha-san, this is a good time to be accepting." I just looked at him, and Iroha-san smiled a little.
I'm sorry that I acted like a child.
"All that matters is that you come back home safely."
I forgive you for using those ingredients.
"So you're going to eat it, right?"
We'll talk about that next time and decide.
He said that like nothing had happened. My mother and I looked at each other and laughed about it secretly. Alright, that was Iroha's sequel, and now for the date scenario. Date: cleaning the Inari Shrine. Iroha-san took me away, and it's been about a month since we started living together in Kikuya. From the start, I was worried about what would happen, but with Iroha-san's help, I was able to survive somehow. Misao-san, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it? Because of the incessant rain that didn't end until yesterday, the Inari Shrine is a mess. Could I ask you to clean it up? You don't need to be so formal. You can ask me anything. That's my job.
You're a real help, thank you.
It seems that Kagero was going to his training, carrying a big bag he left the shop. When I came to Inari Shrine, it looked pretty terrible. This is going to be a lot of work. Because it continuously rained for a few days, there was a big puddle of water, and the gentlemen of the night and clients passing through here would get their clothes dirty, and the worst thing was that the wind came to attack Yoshiwara along with the rain. The leaves and small cherry blossom petals that had been blown about by the wind fell to the ground and became dirty with mud. From the shrine grounds, mud spattered everywhere, and I worried that I couldn't finish this in a day. I should start by gathering the fallen leaves. I started sweeping with the bamboo broom that I brought with me. One after another, I made small piles of mud. Okay, let's keep going like this.
Misao, there you are.
There was Iroha-san, who was coming towards me calmly. Despite being in a dirty shrine, just him walking there made it seem like a glamorous stage. As I unintentionally stared at him, he wrapped his big hands around my cheeks.
Are you tired?
No, it's nothing. Why are you here, Iroha-san? Why are you here, Iroha-san?
I heard you were asked to clean up the Inari Shrine, so I came here to help.
Is that okay? Iroha-san narrowed his eyes and gave a small nod.
When I'm in the shop, I always have something to do. But if I'm here, I can spend time with you without worrying.
Could it be? Did he really come here to spend time with me? I looked up at his face and felt shy.
When I look at you like that, I instinctively feel like I want to touch you.
Iroha-san.
But I need to change the mood. Well then, let's start cleaning.
All right. By the way, I didn't really expect this, but you look good with the bamboo broom. It was a powerfully rousing, pure beauty. I wonder why that is.
You're looking at me with a puzzled face. Shall I tell you the reason I look good with this?
He gave me a smile that was more mean than bewitching. Yes.
It's simple. I'm a manager, and I use a bamboo broom when I beat people. I'm used to holding it, so it fits me.
Oh, I see. I'm not so sure that I should go along with that. Iroha-san stared at me with an annoyed look on his face.
I can't believe that you're going along with this. I just said it as a joke.
Sorry. But it's true that you look good with the broom.
That doesn't make me the least bit happy.
I could sense Iroha-san coming closer to me. I slowly moved backwards while looking at his face.
It's useless to run away, Misao. Misao, stop!
The complexion on Iroha-san's smiling face instantly changed. Even I tried to stop. My feet were already moving. I'm not sure if there was a hole somewhere, but my heel got caught. I heard the sound of splashing as I stepped into a puddle that was deeper than I thought it would be. Then my feet slipped and I fell backwards. Splash! I heard the loud splashing sound of the mud and felt the resulting impact. But it wasn't cold. When I opened my eyes, I found that Iroha-san was underneath me. I'm sorry. What should I do?
It's okay. Calm down.
He then patted my back. But I still can't calm down. Your back is covered in mud.
I guess it is. I thought I felt something cold.
If you stay like that, you'll catch a cold. Hurry and take a bath.
All right, well, let's go back then.
Suddenly in a good mood, Iroha-san stood up and began walking with energy. Why am I doing this? Iroha-san was sitting down with his back turned to me.
I think it would be nice for you to wash me sometimes, since I'm always washing you. By the way, why are you still wearing your undergarments?
Huh? Because I'm going back to clean after I finish washing you. He seemed displeased. I pretended not to notice and began pouring hot water on his back. It's not so easy to get the mud out of your hair.
No need to rush. You should take your time. It feels good to be touched by your fingers.
Though I think it feels good even when it's not my fingers. Oh, you can't sleep in the bath, can you?
Actually, I'm really sleepy. But I'll be careful.
Please do. Alright, I'm going to wash your back now. When I looked at his shoulders, I felt a strange tension. Is it that his clothes are making him look thinner than he actually is? Looking at him from behind, his shoulders are wide and burly. His shoulder blades are particularly big. They're fascinating. So beautiful. Before I knew it, I was caressing his shoulder blades. His smooth skin feels so good to touch that I could touch it forever. Iroha-san's body shook a little. I'm sorry, did that tickle you?
No, that's not it. But I feel that it really is better that I wash myself.
Why? It's okay, I'll wash you like I should.
No, it's not that.
I ignored his words and started washing him with soap. Do you feel good?
Yes, I guess so.
Iroha-san, you don't have any excess fat, do you? As I slid my fingers along his arms to wash them, they felt brawny and hard. I'm jealous of you. I'd like to have a little more muscle.
You're good enough the way you are now, because it feels comfortable to hug you.
It makes me embarrassed if you flatter me like that.
What a coincidence. I also feel like you make me embarrassed just now.
Huh? Why? Huh? Why? Using only his neck, he turned back to me, and I saw his cheeks were slightly red, and he also looked at me in a reproachful manner.
I'm used to looking at your skin, but I feel terribly embarrassed to be looked at.
I didn't expect that he would feel that way. But, Iroha-san, you were a gentleman of the night. Many people looked at you, didn't they?
It's a mistake to compare you to other women.
I felt ticklish since he was implying that I'm special to him. I understand your feelings very well. But, as he was looking back at me, I quickly turned his face back to facing forward. I'm going to wash you, so please enjoy the feeling of being embraced. Without waiting for his response, I began washing his back again. The mud had already been washed away, but since I'm already washing him, I wanted to wash his whole body.
I guess this will be a battle against my own shame.
Then, when I finished washing away the soap, it suddenly happened.
I can't take it anymore.
Huh? His hair started to spread out into the air, and he instantly turned into an ogre. Iroha-san?
This is your fault, Misao.
With cool eyes and without hesitation, he said that scary thing. I don't think this is my fault, though. Why did Iroha-san change his appearance? Is it because he's mad, or does he feel sexual desire? Whatever the case, it's meaningless to think about right now.
Why are you running away?
Because you turned into an ogre, Iroha-san.
So?
His throat shook joyfully with laughter. It's daytime, so won't somebody come in here?
Is that so?
Is that so? He doesn't care what I say to him, so I don't know what to say back to him.
For an ogre, a human who's trying to run away is just like a small animal. Don't you think so?
He grabbed my arm and held me. The expression on his face looking down upon me cast a spell on me, robbing my body of its freedom, and like that I was slowly laid down. Someone will come. I pushed him back and he knocked me over. To make matters worse, he blocked my lips with his lips so I couldn't talk. The core of my head started to feel loose and numb. I'm no match for Iroha-san's power. He continued by burying his face in my neck and kissing it. Iroha-san, no, don't...
Around this time, gentlemen of the night are sleeping. This is also when the servants are taking a break.
From my neck, a tingling ecstasy attacked my body.
No one will come.
But, we can't do this in a place like this.
But the view is so nice. I want to enjoy this more. Are you saying that to tease me?
My skin was slightly visible through my wet undergarments. I understood the meaning of Iroha-san's words, so I felt embarrassed and looked away from him.
If you look away from me, it will only make me want you even more.
Huh? Iroha-san met my glance and looked down upon me. What is he going to do to me? My heart started to go wild in anticipation. His hands aggressively wrapped themselves around my bosoms.
Everything about you arouses me and urges me to do this. I'll never let you go.
With his sweet breath, Iroha-san whispered those delightful words to me. While praying that no one would come, I felt the warmth of his body. And now we can look at all the pictures in his gallery, which should be filled out now. Page 2. Yep, I think he has more pictures than anybody in the game. So that's all of his material for his main story. In the next episode, we will start his second season. So I hope to see you in that next episode, or perhaps some other videos of mine. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.